Hey, this is Kevin Crouch with Ellis County Weather, and I have quite the weekday outlook for you. It's not going to feel much like December for sure, and just not like we're cruising right towards Christmas. I mean, that's just not going to be kind of the vibe that we're going to be getting from this forecast. So you're going to have to remind yourself that it's December. Well, we have one day of winter-like weather, and then after that, it's just going to not seem to fit. Before we get into that, though, let's talk about KTX Transport. They are transporting Christmas trees. So they are bringing the Christmas decor across the country and around Ellis County for sure, and to different people that are selling those and different suppliers. And so we appreciate that KTX Transport is keeping the holiday cheer going. And, logistics has been in the news a lot lately. So it's been interesting to hear from DJ some of the things that they're doing, and the fact that they just keep chugging along. They keep it going, and they've been doing a fantastic job of keeping things on the move throughout these times of uncertainty and different challenges, and especially as we get into the holiday season. That's the biggest time of year as far as logistics is concerned, things going through the mail, stores being able to restock and those kind of things. So KTX Transport is doing the best that they can and doing a wonderful job as far as I can tell of keeping things moving. So if you want to know more about them, shipktx.com. Again, that's shipktx.com, or you can go to their Facebook page. We'll have that tagged here on the Facebook video as well. So let's get into this. Now, of course, today I've been talking about the potential for storms tonight. So that's really going to be the first thing I want to talk about is overnight tonight, early tomorrow morning. This is looking like somewhere between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. maybe for our area, that we're going to have a cold front move through, a pretty powerful cold front move into our area and bring possibly some strong to maybe severe storms. Right now, it looks like it's going to be primarily a wind and hail threat. There isn't much of a tornado threat to talk about in our area. Now, you get into the Arklatex up into Arkansas and up that way, they do have more of a concern for tornadoes in that area, but not really for our area right now. Primarily the storms that do get strong in our area, mostly a wind and hail kind of thing. So tonight, be ready for those storms, and I have the coffee locked and loaded for overnight storm coverage and monitoring those as they come in. So just stay tuned throughout the evening and early tomorrow morning for coverage of those storms from Ellis County Weather. I'll make sure that if there is any severe weather that you guys are kept aware of that. So that's going to swing into the forecast for tomorrow, Monday. We have a wind advisory in effect, and that goes from, I think it's from 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. So mostly in the morning. We'll have that front move through early in the morning. So that's going to be when those winds are going to be the strongest. And when I say strong winds, we're talking about winds in the 20s miles per hour, 20 to 25 miles per hour. We may have wind gusts of 30 to 40 miles per hour in our area tomorrow. So that's why that wind advisory is in place. And it's going to be cooler. It's going to be sunny in the afternoon. So we're actually going to hit our high temperature probably in the morning as temperatures continue to fall through the day as that north wind, that cool air filters in. So we'll hit temperatures in the low to mid 50s in the morning, and then they'll just keep dropping throughout the day. So, or really, at least, we're not going to warm past that much for the rest of the day. So tomorrow's going to be kind of what we expect as far as a winter day. It's not going to be very long-lived, though. Monday night, partly cloudy with lows in the upper 30s. Some low-lying and rural areas might get into the mid-30s if you're lucky enough to really get some of that cooler air. Could be some. It's going to be pretty dry, so I don't know that there's going to be much of a frost situation going on because the winds are going to bring in quite a bit of dry air. But those sensitive plants and those kind of things, you might want to bring those in and protect those as we get into those lower temperatures. So Tuesday, mostly sunny with highs in the low 60s, so it's still going to be relatively cool. Tuesday night, partly cloudy with lows in the mid 40s, so overnights will start to warm up. Wednesday, partly sunny with highs again in the mid 60s, low to mid 60s really. And then Wednesday night, partly cloudy with lows in the upper 40s. This is where we start to notice something changing unfortunately, for all of you that don't like warm weather in December, warm weather where it doesn't belong. Thursday, mostly sunny with highs in the low to mid 70s. Thursday night, mostly clear with lows in the mid 50s. So it'll still be kind of cool overnight. Friday, mostly sunny with highs around 80 degrees. We may hit 80 degrees on Friday. Some areas may get into the low 80s. Some may not quite hit 80 degrees, but that's the ballpark of where we're going to be on Friday afternoon. And yeah, mostly sunny skies, so I guess if you like the warmer weather and you want to find a day to get some yard work done or whatever the case might be, that might be your day. If you like the warmer weather, do it on Friday. We do have a cold front coming in this weekend that's going to bring temperatures back down to what may be considered normal a little bit. So we might actually feel a little bit more like December as we get into the middle of the month. And so stay tuned for that coming up in the weekend outlook on Thursday. But in the meantime, be paying attention tonight to Ellis County weather. Make sure you're following this page I will make sure that you're informed about any storms that do move through tonight. We could see nothing tonight. We're kind of looking at scattered storms. It's possible as has happened before, that we can have a storm to the north, storm to the south, and we could just completely miss out completely, or we could have some strong to severe storms move through. So just be prepared. Have Ellis County weather ready to where you can check that if you wake up and hear thunder somewhere. If you need multiple ways to get warnings, make sure that if you're in a rural area and you can't always depend on your internet or your cell service, those kind of things, I recommend getting a weather radio because that doesn't necessarily depend on those things and it will wake you up with an alarm. And then there's various other ways through the National Weather Service. You go to their website, they have alerts there. And if you go to the Ellis County Office of Emergency Management, their website has the text message alerts as well. So just make sure you have multiple ways to get warnings. I always hate when these overnight storms come through because you don't want to stay up all night like I do. You want to be able to sleep. But I will be keeping an eye on that for you so that if you, like my family, when we were growing up, if you have that one designated person that checks the weather, for everybody, usually it's the dad sometimes, then I will be keeping them updated overnight. So stay tuned for more updates.